class 12. Good morning. Hope you are well. After around 7-8 days, we meet again. Day before yesterday, one of your friends made contact with me. I have been waiting for your such response, whether you are attending the classes or is there any necessity of continuing the class. But from your end, I come to know that you are waiting for my next classes. Today, as per our previous declaration, we shall go through Asleep in the Valley by Arthur Rimbaud. Already we have discussed that Arthur Rimbaud has written down this poem with the background of Franco-Prussian War that was happened in the year 1870. And again, as the poem was composed in the year 1877, so the Franco-Russian, the war in between France and Russia, the war in between France and Germany may be referred here. Whatever the war it may be, the background might, it is sure that the background is the war. The poet has described in the very first stanza, the poem is written in the form of Petrarchan sonnet. This is also known as Italian sonnet. First two stanzas consists of 4 lines and last 2 stanzas consists of 3 lines. There are in total 4 stanzas, but the Petrarchan form of sonnets are written in 2 stanzas, octave and sestet. The first stanza is of 8 lines, that is known as octave, and the second stanza is of 6 lines, that is known as sestet. Anyway, in the first stanza, just now we shall go through the text. There is a description of the idyllic setting of nature. A small green valley where a slow stream flows. Valley? The valley is in between 2 mountains. That is a plain land in between 2 mountains. And over the valley, a stream flows slowly. And leaves long strands of silver on the bright grass. And the stream flows slowly in such a manner that it looks like a silver ribbon on the bright grass. As the grasses are green, so the light is reflected and it looks bright. And on the other hand, in this green setting, under this green setting, behind this green setting, the stream flows and it looks like silver ribbons. From the mountain top stream the sun's rays. This is a mountain stream, and from the top of the mountain the stream comes down, and the sun ray also fall down from the top of the mountain. সূর্য উদিত হয়েছে এবং সূর্যের আলো পাহাড়কে টপকে উপত্যকার মধ্যে পড়েছে। উপত্যকা, it is the valley is actually dissociated from the whole world because there were the barriers of the mountains. It is a hole. In the next line we come to know, sun's rays, they fill the hollow full of light. They fill the hollow full of light. Hollow means hole. Actually, it refers to the valley, the green valley in between the mountains that is filled with light, that is flooded with sunlight, full of light. And the sun's ray falls down on the valley over the top of the mountain. So it is a very beautiful picture of a green valley. In the second stanza, a soldier, very young, lies open-mouthed. The soldier was very young. Lies open-mouthed, agape. The mouth was opened. A pillow made of fern beneath his head, asleep, stretched in the heavy undergrowth, pale in his warm green sun-soaked bed. The soldier is very young. We have already discussed in the previous class that Wilfred Wynne, in his poem Send Off, or in his poem Futility, and again in the poem of Thomas Hardy, In Time of the Breaking of Nations, Thomas Hardy's poem, Thomas Hardy লেখা যে কবিতাটি In Time of the Breaking of Nations আমরা আলোচনা করেছি, or Strange Meeting by Wilfred Wynne, or Siegfried Sassoon's The Hero. All those poems has reflected the grim picture of the war, the premature death of the soldiers. Anyway, until this portion in the poem, we don't realize this. We shall discuss later on how this theme is associated and related with this poem whenever we shall finish the poem. আমরা যখন কবিতাটা শেষ করব তখন বুঝতে পারবো যে এই বিষয়টি কেমন ভাবে সম্পৃক্ত হয়েছে, কেমন ভাবে সৈনিকটির যে অপরিপক্ক মৃত্যু তা বোঝানো হয়েছে। যাই হোক, এখানে দেখানো হচ্ছে এ সোলজার ইজ ভেরি ইয়াং, লাইজ ওপেন মাউথড, হাঁ করে, তার মানে দ্যাট মিনস আনকনসাস, একেবারে অবচেতন ভাবে ঘুমিয়ে আছে, একেবারে সাউন্ড স্লিপ। A pillow made of fern beneath his head. Beneath his head, মাথার নিচে, under his head, there is a pillow made of fern. The fern has made the pillow. Stretched in the heavy undergrowth, and the whole body is stretched. The bushes and plants made a bed surrounding the body. The body was lying asleep in the green, over the green grass, and a pillow was made by the ferns, and the sides of the bed are covered with bushes and plants. There's a heavy undergrowth. Pale in his warm sun-soaked bed. Sun-soaked bed. The green grasses had soaked the sun ray, but the soldier looks pale. The body was looking pale, বিবর্ণ লাগছে, ফ্যাকাশে লাগছে, অথচ বিছানা তার একেবারে সূর্য স্নাত। The bed was bathed with the sun ray. His feet among the flowers. Pa, his feet were covered with flowers, just like the dead men are offered flowers. উইলফ্রেড ওয়েনের সেন্ড অফ কবিতাতেই আমরা দেখছি দেয়ার নিয়ার অ্যান্ড ডিয়ার ওয়ান্স কাম টু বিড দেম ফেয়ারওয়েল উইথ flowers, with white flowers. There are two symbols that they are bidding them farewell with the flowers, that they would return with a good fight. After a good fight, they will return. But it symbolizes that the dead men are showing respect. They are giving tribute with white flowers. সাদা ফুল দিয়ে তাদেরকে সম্মানিত করা হয়। His smile is like an infant's. হাসিটা কেমন? Like an infant. একেবারে নবজাতক, সদ্য জন্মানো, কিছুদিনের আগে জন্মানো একটি শিশু। Gentle, without guile. Very innocent. Without guile? That means without any trick. There is no trickery. Very gentle. Oh, nature, keep him warm, he may catch cold. The poet has invoked nature. Please, keep him warm. As the soldier was exposed under the open sky, under the bare sky, so the poet has requested, has invoked the nature that keep him warm, because the sun is the source of light and heat. In the poem Futility, the poet starts the poem with the line, move him into the sun. Because the sun is the creator, the sun has existed in this universe before the creation of the earth. It is the source of light and heat, it is the source of life. So to restore into life, move him into the sun. In the poem Futility, Wilfred Owen starts his poem with this line. So here, the same refrain. Oh, nature, keep him warm, he may catch cold. নেচারকে ইনভোক করছেন যে তুমি একটু তাকে উষ্ণতা দাও, তার হয়তো ঠান্ডা লেগে যাবে। The humming insects don't disturb his rest. Humming insects? The bees, wasps. গুঞ্জরিত পতঙ্গ। Don't disturb his rest. They cannot disturb his rest, his sleep. He sleeps in sunlight. সূর্যের আলোতে সে ঘুমোচ্ছে। One hand on his breast. তার বুকের উপরে একটা হাত। At peace, শান্তিতে। In his side there are two red holes. Humming insects don't disturb his rest. What does it mean? Because he is in sound sleep. There is no external force to disturb his rest. He is in eternal sleep. In the next class we shall explain. There are double folded meaning in various lines. In different lines there are double folded meaning. দুটো অর্থ আছে অনেক জায়গায়, আমি সেটা আলোচনা করব পরের ক্লাসে। এই ক্লাসে আমি আপার হ্যান্ড ওয়েতে আলোচনা করছি তোমাদের প্রাথমিকভাবে কবিতাটাকে পড়ার জন্য, বোঝার জন্য। সে ঘুমোচ্ছে সূর্যের আলোতে, সূর্যের আলো তাকে ডিস্টার্ব করতে পারছে না। দিনের আলো ফুটে গেলেই আমাদের ঘুম ভেঙে যায়, উই ফিল ডিস্টার্বড। আর বুকে একটা হাত, কি শান্তি, চিরশান্তিতে ঘুম, নিশ্চিন্ত ঘুম। সে জানে না তার কি অপরাধ। In his side there are two red holes. This is the irony. শুধু তার শরীরের দুপাশে দুটো লাল গর্ত। This is the indication of two bullet wounds. The holes are made by wounds. The bullet has gone from one side to another. And here we come to know that the soldier is dead. The soldier was killed in the battlefield. In the next class, we shall discuss critically. Thank you.